Knicks trying to wait till the end. Brunson puts up a three. Bang! Bang! Jalen Brunson!
Brunson for the win! Let's go! Yes, baby!
The Knicks trailed by 7 points until 2.5 minutes remaining when Jalen Brunson knocked down this clutch shot and won. And then he gets stripped right here by Azar Thompson, who played great defense on the night. Brunson at the end just wanted it more and made a hell of a move. But how about this right here? Cat picks up his 6th foul, just reaching in, man, playing defense with his hands instead of his feet. This is an underrated shot of the game. Mikal Bridges tipping it in to tie it. And then the Knicks get a huge stop. How about that? Mitch, if Cat's out there, who knows if that's a stop, man? With all due respect, and Jalen Brunson with a snatchback calling the series. Are you kidding me, Brunson?
All right, boys. Game of the year without question, 116-113. The Knicks trailed by 7 with 2.5 minutes to play. They had absolutely no momentum. They were struggling to get stops, to rebound, to score the ball. Brunson was getting clamped up. We just couldn't make shots, whether it was open or contested. Everything was going the Pistons' way. And then all of a sudden, they started to drop. And as soon as we got that stop, of course, and had a chance to go for the win, I knew it was Jalen Brunson time. And he hit a snatchback three, absolutely broke Azar Thompson, who had been giving him the work the last 5 minutes of the game. And just like that, the Knicks end up picking up the win after a forced turnover off of the inbound. Brunson went absolutely off, one of his best games as a Knick, just given the circumstance. 40 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 15 of 33 from the field. His 3-ball was off, but of course he hit the one that mattered the most. He finishes 3 of 10. Mikal Bridges played one of his best games as a Knick. He was 11 of 16 from the field, 25 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. It was just the timely shots as well. Mikal felt very in rhythm, and they would not have picked up the win without him. The Knicks have been getting clowned all season long for the trade, of course, giving up 5 picks to go get him. But when the lights were the brightest, Mikal showed up and absolutely delivered, man. And like he said at the end of the game in his press conference, the Knicks are absolutely built for this, and they just found a way to get it done. I mean, this was probably the worst fourth quarter that the Knicks have played all year. I mean, it was an epic collapse. I mean, they were up double digits in the fourth quarter, and then it just fell apart. And it seemed like they had no business winning this game, but they find a way, and it was big. Cat fouls out too. We can't just forget about that. Cat had 6 fouls. He only had 10 points too. So to win a game 6 on the road to close out the series with your second best player having just 10 points kind of speaks volumes about this team and its resiliency. I know a lot of Knicks fans are going to be upset and disappointed with sort of not necessarily how it played out, but just that the first quarter, 37-23, the third quarter, 37-24, and it was a 3-point game. I get that Knicks fans are going to complain, but you have to understand that the Pistons, they had beaten us 3-1 in the regular season. And so to go out there and to win 4-2, I mean, it's such a big thing for the Knicks. And I think this is going to give them a lot of confidence and momentum moving forward against Boston in the second round. Now, Josh Hart had 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. The thing with Hart is we know he can't shoot. He did make his one and only 3, but when Hart drives to the basket, with the way it was officiated all series, he's not getting those calls, and it's so blatant. He's getting hit in the head, across the shoulder, the arm, and they're just not calling it. So, but Hart, I mean, he still just fights through it with his defense, of course, and pushing the pace. And Hart was a plus 13, which was a game high. Josh Hart was phenomenal tonight. Didn't exactly have 33 like Brunson had 40. Brunson had 40 points, so he didn't exactly stuff the stat sheet. But I mean, he was as big as anyone else. Hit all 6 of his free throws. OG Anunoby was great tonight, guys. Elite defense on Cade. Cade Cunningham was 9 of 22 from the field. Cade played probably his worst game of the series, and you have to credit OG for his defense. But it's also on the offensive side. When he shot the ball, it looked like it was going in. He was very confident and poised. He ended up finishing the game 22 points, 6 of 14, 4 of 10 from 3. I mean, OG, I think this was honestly his best game of the series. I mean, he had 2 blocks and 3 steals. He was elite on both sides of the ball. The thing for the Knicks, though, is they didn't look for his shot more. Typically, Tibbs likes to run plays for him, but tonight he kind of went away from that and just went hero ball with Brunson, and it worked out at the end. They won. But moving forward against Boston, I'd like to see more set plays and designs for OG and for Mikal. But we'll go over that tomorrow when the film is out. Obviously, we're not going to go over it right after the game. Off of the bench, pretty disappointing. Really one of the worst games that the Knicks have had off of the bench, which kind of speaks about why this game was so close. Deuce McBride was flat out terrible. 17 minutes, -6, 3 points. It turned the ball over. I mean, Deuce was bad. Hopefully he can bounce back and be ready for Boston. Campaign had a solid game off the bench, only played in 6 minutes. I like to see more Campaign. He's like an Energizer Bunny. Whenever he comes in, he just sparks the offense. I like the way, of course, he just runs the pick and roll, can finish with both hands. I'd like to see more Campaign. I mean, Brunson was asked to do way too much tonight. We will get into the bad tomorrow, like I said, but certainly Brunson's just asked to do way too much. 42 minutes for a 6-foot guard to take 33 shots. Like, that's not sustainable to win a championship unless it's Steph Curry, who's an anomaly. So we'll get into that tomorrow. Mitchell Robinson, -10, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. The thing with Mitch is that he's such a bad free throw shooter to the point where you can't really play him, especially in close competitive games. But even if you're up like 8-10, like the Knicks were, they're just going to hack a Mitch and then sort of play the possessions like that. But the Knicks, they shot at 10 of 30 from 3. They did make 24 free throws, which kind of picked up the slack. They were 47.7% from the field. 15 turnovers is really bad. I mean, it's nothing insane, but the Knicks need to be more careful with the ball because it allowed the Pistons to get back in the game. And really, that was an issue all series, is the Pistons, they're so young and athletic to the point if you turn the ball over and you get them out in transition, it's going to be tough to stop them. But this was just a massive win. I mean, I didn't think that the Knicks had any sort of chance with 5 minutes remaining to win this game. They were just flat, clustered. The ball wasn't moving. They couldn't get stops. The Pistons were in the bonus for a while, but they just found a way to get it done. And typically with great teams, they win games they shouldn't. As we've seen the past couple of seasons, like the Nuggets and the Celtics and things like that. But the Knicks, they just, on the road to beat the Pistons after a disastrous fourth quarter. I mean, it's unbelievable, man. I mean, as a Knicks fan, I've seen this team have so many struggles the past decade. And to see them in this position, of course, to go head-to-head with Boston, it's going to be a lot of fun. I definitely can't wait for the first game, which I believe is Monday. It's going to go like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I think Sunday. So it's going to be a long series. I don't think it's going to be as short of a series as people think. Even Knicks fans, I think it's probably going to go 6 or 7. Hopefully we can win that series, though. I mean, that would be pretty crazy. But the bench it's been non-existent this series. A lot of isolation ball, poor defense, really on the perimeter and the interior. I mean, there's just so much work for the Knicks to do. But the fact that I didn't think we really played well this series and we won 4-2 against the Pistons, a team that was red hot in the second half, it's just hard to be disappointed with the results, right? Like, I get you can complain about certain instances, but the Knicks won this series in 6 games. It's on to the next one. They'll be ready to play.
What's up, boys? Knicks Daily here, 12 hours after the game. I feel just as good as I did last night. Well, maybe not as good because I was drinking tequila, if you guys couldn't tell or didn't see my community post. I think I'll go as far as saying that was the most electric end of a Knicks game I've ever seen. I mean, the 2012 when Melo hit that game winner over the Bulls, but that was the regular season. Like, that's up there. But we're talking about Dante DiVincenzo against Philly, which was more recent. But last night, Brunson to win a playoff series, to bring on the Celtics, the defending champions. I mean, wow. I was also with my friend. We were down 7 with 2.5 remaining. I thought it was over, but then all of a sudden, Brunson just went absolutely nuclear. Man, it feels good to be a Knicks fan. And I do want Boston, man.